In 2023, Social Security benefits increased. Next year, that very probably won't be the case. About 66.4 million people received Social Security benefits in March. Many of these beneficiaries are retired employees, and many of them depend on their Social Security benefits to help with part of their living expenses. The annual cost of living adjustment announcement by the Social Security Administration during the second week of October was the most significant event for retirees. The raise that Social Security beneficiaries receive each year, known as COLA, is intended to help them keep up with inflation. Benefits should ideally increase in proportion to increases in prices for goods and services in order to prevent beneficiaries from losing any purchasing power. For Social Security were determined arbitrarily and by special sessions of Congress prior to 1975. In actuality, there was not a single increase in benefits for beneficiaries during the 1940s. The program's yearly inflationary gauge has been the Consumer Price Index for urban wage earners and clerical workers since 1975. Although it may seem difficult, determining the COLA for Social Security is rather simple. Comparisons are made between the average monthly CPI-W readings from the third quarter, July to September, of the previous year and the third quarter of the current year. Prices have increased if the CPI-W readings have gone up from one year to the next, and recipients will get a raise. The COLA for the following year is equal to the percentage rise in average CPI/W readings from one year to the next, rounded to the closest tenth of a percent. There is no cost of living adjustment if prices decrease from one year to the next. Thank goodness Social Security benefits are unaffected by deflation. Well, how much are Social Security benefits expected to increase in 2024? 66.4 million beneficiaries of Social Security benefited from a significant rise to their monthly benefits in 2023. The cost of living adjustment they received at 8.7% was the largest percentage rise from 82 to the present. The highest payout increase since Social Security dividends started in 1940, measured in nominal dollars. This year, the typical retired worker's monthly check increased by almost $146. But what about Social Security's 2024 cost of living adjustment? The program's cost of living adjustment increased significantly this year due primarily to historically high inflation in 2022. The substantial benefit increase for 2023 was caused by rapidly rising oil and natural gas prices, as well as a significant increase in the price of food and housing. Federal Reserve has increased interest rates at the fastest rate in more than 4 decades in an effort to counteract this huge increase in the cost of goods and services. The current rate of inflation has started to slow down as a result of these initiatives, but this also implies that the anticipated raise that Social Security beneficiaries would receive in 2024 is decreasing. The Consumer Price Index summary for April was released by the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics a little more than 3 weeks ago. According to that research, the CPI-W rose 4.5% over the previous 12 months, which is a significant decrease from the 8.7% COLA that was handed down this year. The Senior Citizens League, a nonpartisan senior advocacy organization, predicts that the cost of living adjustment in 2024 will be lower than 3% in light of the downward trajectory of inflation rate we've seen over the past few months. What might a 3% cost of living increase for the typical Social Security recipient look like? It would translate into a $55 boost in monthly benefits for the typical retired worker. Long-term disabled employees and survivors might anticipate an increase in their monthly benefits of $45 and $43 respectively. Remember that these projections assume an inflation rate of 3%, although the Senior Citizens League appears to be aiming for a COLA of less than 3% for 2024. Social Security's 2024 cost of living adjustment may be another disappointment. It's true that a COLA of up to 3% would be better than the typically low COLAs beneficiaries received throughout the 2010s. Unfortunately, a few years of raises that are above average won't solve one of the fundamental problems with Social Security.